Hello everyone, welcome to the Northern Tarot. My name is Andy. Today I will do the reading for the 21st of May 2022. And this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And thank you very much for all your support and comments, donations, especially for all the new subscribers to help me to get to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. I know it's still not stable at this moment, but it's okay because together we'll thrive together. It's just a matter of time. The main thing is the content of the work, why we are here. Now, my goal and purpose is trying to bring on all the necessary knowledge, wisdoms, experiences that I have learned through the years to share with people and help people getting through this very important changes of a lifetime of a life. So talking about that, let's talk about again, as usual, the astrology, the planets at the moment, because this is going to be very important message today. So as we know that Jupiter is still direct or forwarding until the end of July, so it's still the time kind of like to work on ourselves, our inner self, healing the inner child that was wounded from the past. And how we do that, we will go for the details through all the daily readings, because I cannot just combine everything in one recording because it's going to be too long. However, because Jupiter is so close to leave Aries, because it's still in Aries now, but it's gonna step into Pisces. So we start to feel that growing inside or working of the inner self, the demand of the work is kind of like reduced now. So what does it mean? That means that you're about to finish the period of like working on yourself and start to look into the reality and start to take action. Now, about taking action, this is the very important knowledge today that I wish the more people listen to this, the better, because it's going to affect a lot of us around this time. Now, so as we know, on the 23rd, Mercury is gonna align with the Sun, so it doesn't conjunct with the Sun, but it forms 0 degrees from the view from the Earth. And that was talking about some kind of like a shocking truth or fact gonna be revealed. Now, when things revealed, and actually it already happened to many people, the moon is actually in Aquarius. It makes you rebellious. It makes you so blunt, especially when you discover something like a shocking truth of a connection. You cannot help yourself by telling what you think or how you feel, especially because you are Sagittarius, so you're even more blunt than other zodiacs. Let me take an example, right? I don't want to go into something serious connection like a marriage or a divorce or argument with an ex or family members, but let's say a friend, not close friend. Now, one day that person says something very shallow, very without care when it comes to something about morality or human values, and you are shocked to hear, because you have all the way respected this friend to be someone with the depth, with the feeling, with love, with care, and suddenly you realize that they are so ignorant, They are so selfish. Now, in the past, you might say, oh, I couldn't believe you say that, or it's not a nice things to say. Around this moment, you won't say that. You will say that that is really, really shocking, inhuman, or immoral, or that is so, so rude, so shallow of you. That's the dumbest things I ever heard. That kind of feeling. So you will express yourself to the truth of what you feel or what you perceive from that friend. So if you apply it into your marriage, your divorce, you can imagine how it's gonna be horrible, right? So if you're aware of that, but I don't think you have to change, because this is encouraged by Saturn. Now the reason why I say that, because Saturn gonna be it's gonna retrograde on 23rd of May, so it's very, very soon, and you start to feel that effect now. Now Saturn is the father of the zodiacs. It's like our parents. It's all about discipline and maturities. Now whenever Saturn comes back, so to go one round of the 12 zodiacs, it takes Saturn like 27 to 29 years. This is not about one round, but it's retrograde. Normally, when it comes back, if you were born when Saturn was there, right, 27 years later, or 29 years later, and so on, like 54 years later and 58 years later, basically it's you just multiply it by 2. So whenever it comes back, it forces you to revise of what you have done and recorrect yourself to be in the right path. It's kind of like very strict. It's like the emperor in the tarot. It's very masculine discipline. So you don't have choice but to obey, because we are living under the universe principle. Now, so when Saturn retrograde this time on 23rd of May, it will cause the major breakthrough of everything. For example, divorce, marriage, career changing path. It's exactly what I'm doing. You know, it forces you to do it, to align yourself with your new missions of the next cycle. So everything actually makes sense. Now, the small problem here is Saturn's gonna square with Uranus, and when it's square with something, it's kind of conflict with that planet. And Uranus is all about evolutions, electronics, energies, creativities, kind of like Aquarius. It's an Aquarius trait. So you start to feel that you're changing careers, got some sort of obstacles or some kind of like difficulties. You find it's hard to bring things forward. But don't worry, if anything, any planet retrogrades, it only takes effect, the strong effects only takes at the beginning of the process, and then you get adapted to that. If you remember, I was talking about Mercury retrograde or in the another reading. That's how it feels like. The good thing is it actually tries with the moon and the Venus, so these two planets actually kind of like smooth down the conflict, so everything is perfect. So basically it's a time that you have to make the final call on your situations. So that's all I've got for today, because I don't want to go too long about astrology. It's gonna be forever. And let's go to the tarot to see what the cards say. Enjoy. Okay, so let's find out what the oracle have to say. And now I'm thinking about the tower moments in one of the very recent reading, and someone actually commented to me saying that he wished the tower moment happened. And I think the tower moment is gonna be created by these energies coming in. So you just suddenly discover something that you cannot stand anymore. It's just so wrong, and you cannot help it, and you will say it, and it will cause a lot of, you know, the fake and the false connections to collapse, because it is what meant to happen. And when Saturn retrograde is also about setting the boundary for yourself. It's like a healthy boundary. You're not gonna let people to walk through you or step over the line anymore. Okay, so this is the Celtic Oracle cards. Let's see what the message we have for the 21st of May. The divination, guys, Occam, three spirits. This is about, you know, it's one cycle of yourself, like Saturn coming back. It's a time for you, it's a divine timing for you to revise yourself, to see if you go to the right path. And also it asking you to set up the new boundary for yourself, for the new morality that you have learned from the old cycle, to make it like a tree spirits, because it's the tree spirits is all about thriving, being independent, longevity, infinity, infinity. Sorry about that word. Um, but you know what I mean, right? So it's the divine timing of you to make a decision. It's just like what I just analyzed. Um, it's gonna be kind of like a rocky, short period of time, but it's not quite scary, as scary as you used to think. As long as you do it, you will kind of like the exhale moment of what you've been holding in for so long. So you feel actually better when you say the thing that you feel or think in yourself. So the second card, let's see what we have. Second card we have the hair. Other word, shape-shifting fertility. Now this is what we were talking about. So after you realize of the thing that you trying to like ignore, actually you didn't try to ignore, but you just genuinely did not see why things were so wrong, and you didn't realize that until now. So it's a very natural way. So you were not too, how I say, retaliating in onto people, because you try not to do it. But now it's like the time that unavoidable moment that you have to say something or make the decision, because you were forced to the age of getting out of your boundary. That's why you have to reset your boundary and make sure people heard what you say, so they're not gonna do that again in the future. Now the hair is about development, progressing, changing energy. Fertility is about expansion. So they are calling you to make decisions for your own expansions, and you can only do it by getting out of that cage that you have been in for so long. Now by maybe by people, but by yourself. But most of the case is by yourself. and now you realize that you did the wrong you made the wrong approach to the goal that you always wanted. So now it's a time that you have to revise it and readjust your strategy and your standard. So it's like you, in other words, you have to upgrade your standard, because the old standard it simply did not work anymore. That's the feeling of it. Okay, so let's come to tarot. We have the first card. We have, sorry, this is a Three of Wands. So the energy is now want to forward. So you start to feel that the need to free yourself and to make some sort of major breakthrough. Even you have to put an end on everything to move forward, you would still do it. Now, what is the challenge? Let's see. The challenge is the Ace of Swords. The challenge is actually very interesting, because the challenge is how you see the truth for yourself, because it's so as clear as day that something is wrong. So it forces you to see the truth, and this is so accurate when we think about my analysis, when all these planets moving at the moment. It's just the divine timing. Now, with the energies who cause it the Page of Wands, because you are ready for the new beginning, your new journey. You want to head toward the light, the justice for yourself. There's nothing bothers you anymore, because you have seen the truth for yourself, the natures of the people around you. And the moon in the recent past, the moon was, you were, covered, hidden from the truth, from a very obvious truth. So the challenge here has a lot to do with how you get over the moon. And I'm sure you did, and I know that a lot of Sagittarius out there going through this process right now. And if you understand this is a natural process, it's meant to happen, you would find that relief in yourself. You would stop blaming yourself for doing the wrong things, because it's meant to happen. Even at the first place when you got into the situation, it meant to happen too, so you can learn something that you learned now. Okay, so in your mind is the Nine of Wands. You realize where you were, that like you were stuck and you were imprisoned, but there's actually nothing like that around you. It's you who were blindfolded by yourself. So that's why the Ace of Swords is coming to the challenge of position. If some of you still not see it through, then hopefully after this reading, you will understand and you know how to save yourself, to get on with, to catch up with the divine timing, because it's here. It's gonna bring you into the very fast movement and actions and energies, because Mars gonna join Jupiter in Aries, and this is kind of very short moment before Jupiter retrograde. So this is what I'm talking about, the divine planning doing. Now what coming toward you is yourself become the Knight of Cups. So you gonna renew yourself, you got the new standard, you got the new morality, and you also got all the experiences and the lessons learned, and embrace it into something new that you're gonna take with you to the new journey. I really like this energy today. Okay, so the Queen of Swords is yes. So you finally you know that you have to make that decision. It's the final call that you have to face. There's nowhere to run or hide or no more excuses anymore, because when you discover this truth, it's too much to accept. It's unacceptable truth. Okay, and the next one we have is the fight of wands. This is not about you angry with yourself, but you really shocked. It's like the shock of all the conflicts, all the confusions, and like all the up and downs, all the games that people play with you. You kind of furious. It's kind of like it's come to the limitations of acceptance, and now you see it. You kind of like furious, so you're gonna rise up, raise your voices against anything that you feel were not right, immoral, things that too dirty, things that people say or do. It's like disgrace. That's a word. I'm trying to find a word. So it's like you find things so disgrace that it needs to be removed, needs to be cut off. Okay, so the next one we have, it's quite straightforward reading, isn't it? With the 10 of Pentacles. So you now getting ready to move toward the goal that you want. And the 10 of Pentacles is about you ending a cycle. You're ending a big decisions of ending things that at one time you thought it was your goal, but then you realize that that goal is so petty. It's not worth your values. It's not worth your love, your care, your time, and your effort. So it's coming to an end. It's like the 10 of Wands here. It's like you have to change yourself, your standard, your boundaries, to allow the new abundance cycle to start to form, to shape. That is the meaning of the 10 of Pentacles. Now, let's see, the last card is the outcome energy. What is gonna be? Remember, we're gonna enter the expansion period. So the sooner you do the job, the faster you be successful with the new missions and the new journey. Now, the Page of Swords, you feeling confident. You got enough all the information. So this is like the Page of Swords reverse. You're not looking for information anymore because you got all the sufficient information that you need. That is very good energy. So you can relax this weekend on your own. Bottle of wine. Don't have to worry or feeling heavy or be bothered about anything or anyone anymore. Okay, so let's clarify this. The Three of Wands, we have the Queen of Pentacles. You're getting there. So you kind of like aware of what you've got now. So you will think about the future. You don't really care about if you lack of something, if you're short of resources, if you don't have people to help you. You don't really care about anything anymore, because the fact is, when you discover these truths about people, the very dishonest, disgusting truth about something, you rather not have it. That is the the energies of the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so let's see the challenge with the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is the challenge is the High Priestess. This is about connections that they using the spiritual connection with you, with the hope that they can string you along and play in the very last move of their game. Now that is challenge, and how you recognize this and cut it off. I'm sure that you will see the values, because when you are fair to yourself and to people, to life, to the universe, to everything, you will see it for your own eyes. But you only let these spiritual connections to confuse you when you still not fair. Because when something wrong, you have to admit it, you have to say it wrong, or else you will never be able to improve and getting better and change your life to the better direction. Okay, so let's see the moon in the past. I think this is still about this connection here. Someone with a magic practical, like a dark magic practical. So the moon in the past, they try to string you all along with different tactics to stop you from seeing your path where you're gonna be victorious. So that was the recent past. Now with the Page of Wands, let's see what we have. As the Page of Wands is like you say, you know what, I have found it, I have seen it, stop doing these dirty games on me. Yes, exactly. The Two of Wands, you see your path and you point out to people now that why they shouldn't. It's like when it's combines with the energies of the moon in Aquarius, that I say rebellious, very blunt, remember, you will tell them in a way that hurt them to the bones, but actually you don't hurt them, right? Because you say, because the truth is always bitter and hurtful. But if the people looking for the truth, it's gonna be a good advice, it's gonna be a compliment, it's gonna be a constructive criticism. But because these people, they don't live with the truth, they don't live with dignity, so you will say in a way that hurts them, even kills the whole ideology of their life. And this how you teach people along the journey that you are thriving on your own or on yourself. That's the meaning of it. And that is also the mission of Sagittarius. We learn and grow during the journey of each life, and through the pains and the hardships, we taught people what is the true meaning of existence in life, how to live, how to love, how to care. That's why we are being blessed. Okay, so with the Nine of Wands is the Chariot. You just want to get out of this place right now. It's that kind of sense. No more time to waste with these people. And with the Nine of Cups, you want to celebrate this victory of yourself. Exactly, with the Ace of Wands, you just cannot wait to start. Now you have number 10 to come to an end and close a cycle, and you got the number 1, Ace of Wands, the Chariot, the Six of Wands, the Two of Wands. It's, like it's all about action, passion, and moving. It's, if you're dealing with an earth side, now you understand why you feel so pulled back and restricted, because the earth is always trying to contain the fire. So now you don't need the boundary from people, because you have your own boundary now. And your boundary is the phoenix spirits, the flame inside you, the morality that you have, that God gave you. That is the boundary you got now. So with the Queen of Swords, You ready to chop up anyone that dares to step in and stop you? Yes, because you are now become the master, the teacher, the tutor of the sky. This is a blessing from Chiron to all of us. So you know, I'm being grateful every day. Even I know there's still a lot of people so mean. I'm shocked. Even, you know, people as Sagittarius, they comes, they go, they jump in, they jump out, they being cheeky, they being, oh God, all sort of things. I couldn't believe it. But guess what? I will do the same like you. I will set the boundary for myself. If anyone like that, they are not welcomed. They don't deserve the messages. They don't deserve help at all. So what I'm trying to say is we have to be grateful to everything that we receive. It's just like when you help me, I'm so grateful every day, and I keep saying that. But sometimes I think people don't believe what I say. They think that I say that to keep people. No, I don't. When I'm grateful, I say I'm grateful. When I'm not, I say I'm not. Now with number 5, it's all about changes. It's like a breakthrough here because the conflicts now reach the maximum, the peak of it. Now let's see what is going on. Now you see, you cannot stand all the lies, these cheating, lies, deceptions, being sneaky, being dodgy, being tricky, being horrible. It's exactly what I just say about my case. A lot of people, you know, I couldn't stand it anymore, so I have to speak it out today, what I think. Why, especially if you're Sagittarius and you're doing that, please listen to me, rethink about your behavior, because it's never too late to change and to get better, because we are here to learn. I would never run away from my mistake. I always confronted my mistakes in the past and seriously thought about it and corrected myself, and that makes me better every day, and that's why I'm here to share with you all I know. Now the 10 of Pentacles, let's see what we have. We have the death, the ending of something, the transformations to a new cycle. That is the meaning. Now with the Page of Swords, you come out as a winner, someone that got all the experiences that you need to gain from these lessons, from these prices that you paid, and now you satisfied with what you paid. It no longer something too much or overpriced. Okay, so the Page of Swords, we have the 9 of Wands. You just getting ready. You just cannot wait anymore. You now accept anything, any new quest, any new mission, any new task that the universe gonna send your way. Now when you're getting ready, you will see how the blessings come in, the new people come in to help you, the new resources, the new success, the new abundance that gonna flow in by the end of this month, around 28, it will start to activate. Now the advice is, let's pull 3 cards for advices for Sagittarius. Okay, so 3 cards for advices before I close the reading. And remember, I still have the donate buttons that you can find in the description box. So if anyone in positions to donate, I will be very grateful and appreciate very much. Ace of Pentacles, it's the new beginning, the new opportunities, the new path is open now. The Page of Cups. The Page of Cups here is actually about you know now why the emotions, the love, the sentiment is so precious that you cannot just share generously anymore. It has to be shared in the right way, with you know, like it's like a justice or judgment for your heart with the Page of Cups. Now, if you learn that lesson, you are ready to end the cycle and begin a new journey with the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands here is like the like a Ten of Pentacles here, but it's more about action rather than ideology. So thank you guys very much for joining me today. If you like what I'm doing, please like, share video, and subscribe to my channel to help it grow. I still need these subscriptions to be stabilized a little bit so I can enjoy my work, and I will share with you everything I know every day. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.